Thank you for listening to the talk. Also, thank you for the questions. The first question, if I'm interested in collaborating more with Asia. Yes, of course. It would be wonderful to cooperate more with both Asian artists and curators. I believe that collaborations open for cultural exchange, and we get the chance to learn more about ourselves and different expressions and craft solutions. I'm open for different kinds of collaborations around the world. Also, understanding of different cultures stimulates crossovers in the making. If someone has a suggestion on how to collaborate, please contact me. The second question about metal art and multimedia. About metals versus other materials. Very often jewelry is related to the metals, even though jewelry can be made of any material. I also see in metal shows jewelry made of other materials, even if the shows are called to be about metals. This is probably because jewelry has a long tradition of being made in precious metals. But we have also seen from ancient times to today, jewels made of, for example, bones, shells, wood, fabric, ready-mades, or whatever there is. The naming of things is confusing sometimes. And maybe we should be more careful about or more precise in what we mean. I was first trained as an artist. I learned the basic in arts and painting, drawings and sculptures. After that, I went to craft school to learn about metals. At higher education, I have combined different media, but I am trained old school, which means concentration on existing objects before the digital. Jewelry and metal art is today more visible, virtual than in the real. There are incredible many ways to show works. Common, of course, is images, and they are spread in different media. Videos or digital made pieces are out there, and objects, even if the objects are not made in the reality. The development is fast, and I am fascinated by all creativity going on. I'm also curious to know what is coming next. I'm not sure I can give you more examples of crossovers, but I am sure there are a lot of ways. The third question, if I have thought about other ways of presenting jewelry art without materials. I use making as the method to understand how things are. The flashlight series is an example of that. And by doing that, I might manage to make non-physical pieces, but at the same time not, because it was not possible without a camera, which is a physical equipment. But while working with this series, I thought that every description of jewelry are in a way jewelry without material. An image of a piece is an image of a piece, not the real piece. But we read it as a piece and therefore also define it as a physical piece. In that way, all images, videos, and so on are non-physical, but representations of a physical piece. In the same way, a text description of a piece or a spoken description helps us to get a picture of it. And we can imagine how it looks like. what it is made of, how it feels, even if it's not a physical piece, but the description. And the fourth question, if there is any tip for you in learning to appreciate an artwork. The more time you spend with things, the more you get to know about them, and you may notice that there are more and more information to take in the more time you spend. You can stare at a small thing as a pea or an artwork for hours and hours. And when you do so, when do you think you know all about it? I don't have an answer, but I guess you also, when looking at an artwork, you add yourself into the content and the meanings, and by so you also learn about yourself and what you appreciate. You can also read about artworks or ask someone to talk about it, and you can listen to lectures as this. But by doing so, then you should also have in mind that you get their or mine interpretations, which not always be similar to yours. What we think is maybe not the same that you think. I am not sure what you mean by separating judging from feelings. Is it a separation between the intellect and the feelings? If so, I think you can judge by using the feelings. Well, I guess my only suggestion to your question is spending more time with art and try to be as open as possible. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening.